As we already touched on, and as we've been mentioning a lot on the show lately, the Cattle Barons Ball of Southwest Missouri is tomorrow night right here in Springfield at the Fairgrounds E-Plex, and that's where Tom's hanging out at all day today.
That's right. The Cattle Barons Ball benefits the American Cancer Society, and there's a very special place that Tom is learning more about right now. So, Tom, tell us about the Hope Lodge.
Well, first of all, howdy, ma'am. Yes, I'm at the E-Plex. And of course, we're just a little over 24 hours away from these rooms being filled with people that are helping raise money for the American Cancer Society. I have Nikki Leek with me, and she is a staff member at the Cancer Society.
Yes.
First of all, thanks for being on the show. Secondly, of course, this is a big fundraiser for so many things that the Cancer Society is involved with. But one of them is Hope Lodge.
Yes.
Now, personally, I've never heard of Hope Lodge, so please, educate us. Tell us, what is Hope Lodge?
Well, we like to call Hope Lodge a home away from home.
Okay.
So we have a lot of people that live here in Southwest Missouri that sometimes have to travel outside of this area for just different reasons for cancer treatment and cancer-related appointments. And we're very fortunate to have 2 Hope Lodges in Missouri. So we have one in Kansas City and one in St. Louis.
All right.
And people are able to stay at Hope Lodge for free for the duration of the treatment or their cancer-related appointments that they have in those areas.
Let me ask you this, because when you're saying treatment, and sometimes that involves caregivers and family and stuff like that, is that something that is open to everyone?
So what we ask is that whenever somebody is needing to go up to, again, cancer-related appointments, not necessarily treatment, chemo or radiation, but we ask that they bring a caregiver with them whenever they stay at Hope Lodge, because we want to make sure they have somebody in the room with them to just, look out for them, take care of them. Hope Lodge is staffed 24/7, but it's always, nice to have somebody right there in case there's a special need that comes up.
Sure.
And I will have to tell you, our St. Louis Hope Lodge is amazing.
Oh, I was going to say, kind of describe what the lodge is like.
So it just went through a huge remodel. I would compare it to almost a 5-star hotel. It's very welcoming. The rooms are all private. Each room has a twin-size bed and a queen-size bed in it. Full private bath. And then they also have like a separate living area too. So that way if the patient needs a little bit of quiet time and a little bit more rest, the caregiver can go into a separate living area and kind of have a little bit of quiet time.
Kind of like a suite is what you're talking about.
Yeah. And there's also a lot of great rooms throughout Hope Lodge as well. So we have community rooms where people can go in and they can socialize with other patients, other caregivers. Read a book or set out on a balcony and just overlook. Now, maybe not today. Today might not be the best day to set out on the balcony.
I'd sit in the common room,
where the
inside with the air
at.
conditioning.
But maybe in the evening, but it's beautiful. It is just, the kitchen is state of the art. We have several kitchen stations where people can bring their food in and cook their own food.
So you can keep kind of a home cooking sort of thing.
Yes, so everybody is assigned like a private area to put like a cabinet to put their items in, and special places to put within the refrigerator and freezers. Huge counter space to be able to cook. We have, we have the dishes, we have the utensils.
So you
we have
take
the
all
bowls.
of that worry away from people. Is what's happening here.
Yes.
Is this designed more for like the short-term type of stay rather than maybe if you're having a treatment over a week's period of time or something like that?
It varies. We have people that, of course, around here, you're looking at maybe a 3 to 4 hour drive here in Southwest Missouri to travel up to, say, St. Louis.
Of course.
So you may just have an appointment that day, but if your appointment's really early in the morning or late in the afternoon, driving back in the same day, that can put a lot of wear and tear on people. Plus, financial, having to pay for a hotel room and the gas. So being able to have a place to stay, even if it's maybe one day, but we also have people that may have 6 weeks worth of treatment and are able to stay up there during that time.
If someone is traveling up to Kansas City, to St. Louis, they find they would really like to avail themselves of Hope Lodge, how do you do that?
So There is no self-referrals, so you would actually work with the social worker or nurse or doctor at the treatment center itself. So, for example, if somebody's traveling from Springfield up to St. Louis, and let's say they're getting treatment at Mercy in St. Louis, then they would work with that social worker. They would send in a referral and get things set up.
Then it sounds like everything is on board if people need it. So that's just one of the things that you can learn about, and one of the things that is going to be supported by the Cattle Barons Ball. And we're going to have more on that in just a little bit. Right now, back to you.
Thank you, Tom. Kami, that is just such a great resource and relief to families that are dealing with those who have cancer. You know, that's such a such a relief. Takes the weight off of you.
And Tom looks good in that hat. You got
he does. He wears it very. It looks very good on him. He looks very normal in it. Yes.